When I seems lost, thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much?
It is time. We're about to get started here for Tier 4 of MRL Season 12. And it is about to get exciting, everybody. We got about 40 seconds on the clock. Never mind that. Let's get straight into it. We're going straight into this one. We are at the Austin Grand Prix here in the USA. COTA track is an amazing circuit. As you can see here, this is the third sector, and we're going to switch over to the full map here. 20 turns, 3.4 mile circuit, 5.5 kilometers with 2 DRS straights. Very fast first sector, very tricky second and third sector. Second sector is basically just a straight. And as you can see here, our overtaking zones are going to be turn 1, very big braking zone, uphill, easy to lock up the car into the corner. Second real overtaking zone is the other DRS straight, very quick and downhill braking zone this time, easy to lock up and go straight on into this corner as well. And then of course, action zone again with the first turn. We've seen a couple of moves in the third sector, but no longer we're going to talk about the action zones. You are joined here by the one and only D-Master OG, and I'm very excited to get into this. These guys have practiced all week long for this race, and honestly, I'm very excited to show you guys what these guys have to offer. Previously in Tier 5, we had Valachiant absolutely dominate with 12 seconds in front and did a 31.9. I think these guys are going to beat it, but we're only going to see here in the next 15 minutes of qualifying. I want to get straight into it, but first, before we do that, I think it is only correct to switch over and see our driver lineups. As you can see here, we are loading into the game. And you can see here our drivers for this season, or our initial driver lineup. You can see all of them here above my head. We got Kamau and Miller time in the Red Bull. Kamau being our reigning TP champion. Cobb K is in the Ferrari this time with his teammate Daimo. Mock Mage, another TP, so that is 3 TPs in the same tier, and Alpine doing a really good job so far, and Echo 1 being his teammate for the Alpine team. For the Aston Martin, we got Michigan Fan and Deathman. That is going to be a pretty good lineup. Michigan Fan is known to do pretty good. Gary 5000 being moved down, I'm pretty sure. And Jordan rejoining the Mercedes team. It's only fair. And on the other side, we have Jay Lowry and Meebinator, two really good competitors as well. Below them, Testarossa and Labib, my boys. I hope they do good today. And on the other side, we got the Haas drivers of Burn Victim and Osmari. These guys, I don't know much about Osmari as he is a new rookie. We're going to see what his debut looks like. Burn Victim is very well known in Tier 3. He moved down this season, so he's going to have a very fun fight here. And our last, but not least of drivers, TTRE Fox and Mr. Pete in the Williams. And the Kick Saubers being Villeneuve and Normbash. Normbash having moved down to Tier 4. It's going to be fun to watch these guys battle. But first, we got to get through qualifying. And what better way to get through qualifying than to just get straight into it? Am I wrong? We already got some people out on track, and we're going to pull up the track map here, all of the data, so we can see. And who is going to be our first driver on track? It looks like the Alpine of Echo 1. Yes, that is. That's going to be Mock Mage's teammate here. That is going to be a very fun one. Actually, let's go ahead and show the calendar while these guys are still warming up. The calendar, unlike the race timer up there, the calendar is correct. COTA being round 1, Mexico being round 2, and Brazil being round 3. We race at the real-life Grand Prix when they are on the same weekend. Then it's going to be our MRL pit crew chooses of Britain, Bahrain, and then Las Vegas is going to be in real life as well, with Qatar being in real life as well. And me personally, y'all have already heard that I don't like Abu Dhabi, but I like Bahrain, I love Las Vegas, and I love the end part of this calendar. Las Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, maybe not so much that one, Imola, and then Jeddah, our season finale. And you can see there the tier times. It is moved back a little bit due to the real race starting at, I want to say 3 p.m. So this has been moved back about half an hour or 45 minutes. I'm super excited to get straight into it as Echo 1 has already put in a first sector time as I was explaining the calendar. Let's see what he's going to do on his second sector time very quickly. I'm going to turn all this off. Second sector time is going to be a 1:02.5. That is a pretty good second sector time. Next is going to be MRK, and he is on a lap. Let's see what MRK is going to be able to do in the second sector. It is a 2:04, so he is slightly up on Echo 1 by a 10th in the second sector. We're going to see what that comes out to after they finish out the third sector, and they will be showing their pace here. Pretty smooth through there, not all the way on the limit, I would say, but that is still a banker lap for Echo 1. He's going to come across the line doing a 33.5. Pretty decent job from him. MRK is going to be next through the final corner, and he's going to be doing a 32.9. So first driver in the 32s already. We're going to be very quickly starting to see everyone do their laps. Vernon Victim starting his lap. Lethal Pete starting his lap as well. It looks like Testarossa is on a lap, and he was matching MRK. Let's see what MR Testarossa is going to be doing in the final corner. He's going to be putting it P1 by just half a tenth, so that's not the greatest of laps, but that is a lap to put him on the board. Mock Mage putting it behind his teammate, but C. Miller going a 31.3. What? Hello? C. C. Miller just cooked. All right. I did not expect to see a 31-3 this early on in the session. Amazing lap from him. Deathman starting his lap now. Jordan starting his lap now, as well as Ted. No, Ted puts it P7. Wow, Angry Shadow is back in the Red Bull. Christ, that's the Tier 4 champion, says Shanked. Guys, that is crazy talk. Guy belongs to Tier 3. Yeah, 100%. I can't do that lap time. I can't do that lap time. And that is nuts. That is crazy talk. Really, really good first lap from C. Miller here. And getting the praise he deserves. I'm not glazing, guys. I am giving the praise he deserves. MRK coming into the pits. Only 1/10 faster than Tier 5 pole. I mean, can we talk much about Tier 5 pole? Because that also wasn't a fair pole. Just saying. I'm here to support my boys, TTRE, Fox, and Burn. Hell yeah. Get a support in chat. Everybody start typing in chat who you're supporting. There's a really big, not traffic jam, but there's a lot of people in this third sector. 31-3 is pretty gross. It is really fast. That's man. Oh, Asmari just put it in P4 there. 34-3, 3 seconds off of the pole time right now. That is good enough for fourth to last. Deathman coming across the last corner, getting a little slidey out of there, but he kept it clean. 33-5. Good lap from him, putting in P6. Next looking to be crossing the line is going to be... Is that Echo 1? No, it isn't. Who is it? That's going to be a Williams driver of TTRE Fox, putting it in P8. Good lap from him, right behind Echo Medic, 200ths off of Echo Medic, who was just 7 thousandths short of getting to Deathman. So these guys are very, very quick. You can see here this gap from P6 all the way down to P9 is just about a 10th. Absolutely nuts. Sorry, P10. P6 to P10. The back half of the top 10 is within a 10th of each other. Crazy talk, guys. And then we got a pretty big gap from P10 to P11 of 8/10ths. And the biggest gap of all, P1 to P2. Mr. Lethal Pete being P2 is pretty surprising to me. But he did put in a 32. So he is going to be P2 for the time being. Burn Victim being 1.3 seconds back from the leader. 1.5 from Testarossa. That is going to be a pretty good lap from him. C. Miller is not improving on his first sector. I'm pretty sure he backed out. Testarossa was improving on his middle sector. Can he improve? No, he does not. He stays in P4. Good, 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 good. Normbash is 3/10 up on his time. This is going to put him all the way up to P6 if he can finish out this lap strong. Let's see what Normbash is going to be able to do in this final sector. He does this corner pretty good, keeping it flat, holding it pretty nicely through that steering angle, not scrubbing off too much speed. Well through there, did not go over the track limits. That's well. And coming through the final corner, climbs over the apex curb, goes 33-0, putting him P7. Good lap from the Kick Sauber driver. Next across the line is TTRE Fox, and he looks to be starting a lap. And the RB of Meebinator just put it P3 of a 32.33, just behind his teammate Jay Lowry, who put it 32.3, so just about a second off of C. Miller still from these guys. But RB doing a really good showing of P2 and 3 for the time being. Mr. Lethal Pete coming back out on track to try to get a little bit better. He has to gain about a 10th to reclaim his P2 spot. That's going to be a good showing from him. What is MX Testarossa going to be doing? He does not have his battery on, and it doesn't look like he has enough. No, he does have enough fuel, so he's just going to start a lap now. MRK is just about a 10th down on his first sector time. What's he going to be able to do? Let's see. He is in P7 currently, and a 10th is going to gain him the position on Testarossa in P6, but he's going to need to gain at least 3/10 to gain a position on Burn Victim, and then another 3/10 to gain into that fight for P2. So he's going to need a mega second and third sector here if he wants to pull that one off. Let's see what his second sector time is going to be. Previously 2-4, now it's a 2-1. That's 3/10 up. So he is challenging for this P5 spot. Can he keep it clean throughout the rest of the lap? That is the question. Really good run through there on the power well out of the corner. Is he going to get any traffic? As I see 2 cars up ahead. Holds a tight line to hold as much speed as possible. Holds it in 6th gear. Maybe loses a little bit of time. He's running low on ERS. He did not get a great exit out of this last corner. What's the time going to be? It is an improvement, and it is up to P5, but he is still 3/10 off of the top guys. Not what he would have wanted, but that is still a really good position, considering his teammate is in P1, and I don't think anyone's going to beat that lap time. That is a very good position for the Red Bulls and the RBs, to be fair. The RBs in 2 and 3, very close together, only 16 thousandths apart from each other. So they're doing a pretty similar lap time. Lethal Pete getting a little slidey out of that corner, going wide in the S's. Is he going to get the optimal time into the first sector? No, he isn't. He is 2/10 down. So he is not getting the optimal time. And it looks like Cobb K just has finished his lap and did a 32.6, moving him up to P6 in front of Burn Victim, who is going to try to improve on his lap time now. Someone who is starting their lap now is going to be Labib. I'm going to go on board with my teammate here and see what he's going to be able to do in the flying Sector 1. We got a slow Haas on the left-hand side. No traffic for the time being for Labib. Gets a good run out of turn 1. Good through there, not going wide at the S's, keeping it very tight. Nice line through here, holding the racing line, and I think that's an invalid. Yes, it is. He climbed over the curb way too much there in the start of Sector 2 on turn 9, so that is going to be an invalid lap for him. He will go again. Jordan is 2 seconds up on his first sector time. He has about 3 or 4 seconds to catch up. Yeah, Jay's, by the way, 31.3 banker lap time is crazy. 6 seconds left on the timer. Oh, Jordan is doing a really good lap here. He's going to be in the 33s, at least 5 seconds up on his time. It looks like he's going to continue gaining on that. Only about 6 drivers out on track right now. A couple on their out laps. It looks like the Haas behind and the Michigan fan here also doing their out lap. Jordan comes across the line. He's going to do a 31.9. That's put him up to P2 from P20. What a lap from him. Really, really good job. And that's going to put him in a contention for P2 if these guys do not improve. Labib just setting a 33.2. That's going to move him up to P13 if he wasn't there already. Burn Victim is going to be, I think, starting his lap now, if I'm not mistaken. And a bunch of people starting their laps as well, as Mari being one of them, Michigan fan being another one of them. And we will see what they're going to be able to do. Through the first sector, I did not see what Burn Victim was doing. Looks like he's on an okay lap. He is still pushing, so he's still going for it. The Mercedes got out of the way and then spun. That looks like it was a Ted thing. Nope, that's Jordan. Sorry, Ted. I kind of assumed it was you. It was not. Love you, Ted. And Burn Victim coming to the end of the straight, locking up a little bit, climbs the curb, good exit through there. It's going to be a 1.75. That is 5 tenths up on his current time, and that means he is in contention for P2 and P3. This is going to be... Damage is off? What do you mean? I'm not running the show. This is not my lobby. This is going to be a very good lap time from Burn Victim. He has gained 5 tenths through that second sector. Can he hold it through the last? He comes across the line, and he's going to do a 9.54, just barely beating out Jordan. What a lap time there. 0.1 in Sector 1 and not 0.4 in Sector 2, now 0.4. Good lap time from Burn, putting him P2 for the time being. Testarossa is now going to be starting their last flying lap, it looks like. Same with Michigan Fan. No, Michigan Fan finishes out his lap, and he goes P17. Osmari beats him to P17 right behind him, and that's going to be a 33.9 for Osmari. TTRE Fox is up, or sorry, down on his time, 1.5 so he's going to be on an improvement. Down the straight he goes. Is he going to get a better improvement through turn, I want to say this is turn 11, turn 12? Climbs all the way on the curb. Good exit through there. 6/10 up, doing a 2-2. That's going to be at least P12 or P13 for him. Let's see what he's going to be able to finish out this sector with. Good exit through there. No sliding. 3 minutes left on the clock, 2 minutes 30 exactly. That's going to mean everyone who's in the pits needs to come out within the next minute to get a lap in, or else they will be stuck on whatever they have already set. TTRE Fox comes across the line to do a 32.7, putting him up to P9. Really good lap from him, and that's going to mean he's going to be in the top 10 for this final round of qualifying times. MX Testarossa looks to be on an improvement, and he's MR Testarossa, I'm so sorry. He's going to be looking to finish out the lap very strong. He's running out of DRS. It looks like he has no more. He's used a little bit too much through the final sector, and he does still improve to P6, just barely losing out on that P4 position by 0.04 of a second. Good lap from him, and that is going to put him in a very good spot for the race. 31.3 is pole position right now, and he is currently out on track. C. Miller is going to try to improve his time even more and show that he has the pace to be here, and he is going to do everything he can. MRK starting his lap as well. That's going to be a good lap time from him. I can already feel it. He needs to gain 3/10 to gain any positions, but if he does gain 3/10, that's going to be up to P4. That's going to be a very, very good 3/10 to gain. Let's see what MRK is going to be able to do through the first sector. Holding it tight on the curbs, all the way on him as much as he can. Holding it very well. No slides through there. Goes a little wide. Does not climb all the way on the curb. Keeps it valid. Good first sector from him. I did not see the time. And everyone looks to be coming out on track. The only 4 people that are not out on track right now is going to be Villeneuve Osmari, Michigan Fan, Cobb K, and Byrne, who have already set their final laps. And there is 30 seconds left on the clock, everybody. This is go time. Whatever happens now happens and finishes out the session. TTRE Fox goes into the pits and retires. If he shaves time off that 31.3 banker, everyone is in trouble. I mean, everyone's already in trouble. He's 0.6 ahead of the next person. And that is at the start of the session. So we're going to see what he has to bring. Next person across the line is going to be Normbash. He is a 10th up on his time. Does he improve position? Yes, he does. That's going to be P10 for him. MRK is going to be the next driver across the line. He is 2/10 up on his time. And that's going to be at least a position gain for him, hopefully, if he can nail this third sector. Does he? Yes, he does! He goes up to P4! What a lap from MRK! Doing it a great solid lap. 32.2. Good job from him, and that's going to mean that everyone behind in P5, 6, and 7 is going to be under pressure. Ted comes across the line, improves his time up to P18. That's going to put him ahead of the... Oh, no, he did not improve, it looks like. It's going to put him ahead of the pack, but there's a bunch of people still on laps. Looks like Echo 1 just came across the line and improved by 3/10 up to P9. Byrne and C. Miller are done for this session. Is Jordan going to be able to pull out anything? It doesn't look like it. Meebinator, does he have anything in the bag? No. Testarossa, does he have anything in the bag? Let's see. Meebinator is not on an improvement lap time. Let's see what he gains. Oh, there's a McLaren spun on the right-hand side of the start-finish line. MX Testarossa is not on a good enough lap, and that means the session is going to be over unless Deathman can improve by more time, and that's going to move him up to P12 or P13. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Comes across the line now, our final car, and that's going to be P14. He does improve, and he does improve his position as well. Really good lap time from him. Normbash comes across the line on a slow lap. That finishes out our qualifying session here for round 1 in MRL. Good qualifying from everybody here. That's going to be C. Miller on pole position by 6/10 from Burn Victim. That is very, very good from C. Miller, showing his pace very early on. I am Jordan, very close to Burn Victim there. MRK taking 4th position on the grid. Good start from RB. J. Lowry and Meebinator in the 3rd row of the grid. Testarossa, Mr. Lethal Pete, 7 and 8, Echo 1, and Cobb K in P9 and 10. And as you can see further down the field, everyone else who was qualified in this session, 19 drivers total. We are going to have a small break between now and the start of the race. Really good qualifying from these guys, I have to say. These guys did their thing. Black Balla saying good luck to everybody in the chat. As always, good luck. Stay hydrated, everybody. All right. Let's see if this wants to work. Nope, it does not want to work. All right. This is going to be an interesting session because we know that P1 is not always the best position to be in, especially with this DRS. But if C. Miller can pull away from P2, Burn Victim, and Jordan here, I think they're going to do a really good job and just pull away, because 0.6 of a second is a lot of time. That is an eternity in F1 standards. And we are a go. 3, 4, 5 red lights are on, and off they go, and away we go for round 1 for tier 4. And we already have action 3 wide, 4 wide into the first corner, and C. Miller has gotten a really good getaway, still 2 wide behind with MRK and Jordan. Looks to be, there's contact, and MRK spins a little bit, and there's huge contact behind that scrambled up the order. 4 wide coming into the S's. This is not going to work out. Tier 4, tier money, and there's already an Alpine off. There's a bunch of people trying to scramble through the field. What is going on here? That looked to be nearly 3 wide there, and Ted looks to try to make a move on the Alpine of Mock Mage around the outside. The Alpines did not have a great qualifying session compared to their first qualifying session. Now MRK is all the way down to P13 in front of the Alpines, trying to make the inside on Villeneuve here, but he does not have the run off of the corner. Damage off. Damage is off. Why no restart? I don't understand. You can ask Cobb K for starting the lobby and messing up the settings, guys. It looks like there is a big battle going on here between P5 and P6. Also P4 and P5. The teammates in the RB cars are defending against the cars behind. Really good job. 2x2 filing here, but Jordan gets a sneak peek down the inside of J. Lowry. Now J. Lowry goes down the outside, and Meebinator takes P4. Cobb K in P3, and Cobb K has retired from the session. It looks like we are checking, and we are having a restart from the race director himself. Damage is definitely off. Restart? Damage is on, he says. I do not know what is going on. Michigan fan has retired as well. C. Miller has gotten very, very far from everybody else. And it looks like the session is being restarted, everybody. Session is being restarted. If you are just joining in, nobody has damage, but there was contact, and it looks like the session will be restarted. Hang with us here shortly, as Cobb K did an oopsie and did not mean to turn off damage. I'm just checking. Damage is off. Correct. So that is incorrect settings. This lobby is invalid. Alright. Put back on the music, everybody. We are being restarted. Give us a 5-minute break, and we will BRB. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Copy. Do a 3-minute break. It wasn't an end plate, it was weird ground effects that popped up. Lube up, everybody? Is that what I just read in chat by ATA Andy? That is crazy. Lube up. Alright, guys. Cobb K had a great start and he had damage off. Makes sense. That's a Cobb K thing to do. We can't really blame Cobb K. We can definitely blame Cobb K because he didn't do the setting right. But mistakes happen and you shouldn't go off on him because we're all human and we all make mistakes. Let's get everybody back into this session as fast as possible so we can get going again, guys. Okay. There's always time for lubricant. Alright, guys. Alright. NATO G. Gary Fox. Ted. Heck W, everybody. That is exactly what I'm saying. Looks like I got everybody I could. Desperosa, I'm pretty sure, is in this lobby as well. I am logged in. Here, you guys. Got a minute. We're getting most of the people back in the session. RB would have killed half the field if there was damage. Oh, 100%. That RB would have absolutely murdered. That MRK would have killed somebody there if that was honest. Alright, everybody. It was Jordan. Lil Bro needs to chill. Alright, if y'all are gonna blame anybody, blame yourselves. Don't blame other people. Unless it's actually their fault. Jordan, I don't know what he was on. Remember, guys, we are having a break after. Remember, everybody, we are having a break after this session for the IRL Grand Prix, and we will be doing Tier 3 after the race is over in 2 hours. About. Looks like Tier 4 is almost getting underway. We got almost everybody in the session. We're just doing the qualifying now. Qualifying order. I'm so glad I moved down all the way so we could see the standings. That was awesome. Okay. Oh, my racing tools just got screwed. Nah, leave it on dynamic. If it, I'm just reading a chat. People are saying, please put it on sunny weather. No, leave it on dynamic. That's the rules. If it rains, it rains. Sucks to suck. It is a lunch break, to be fair. I have so many things I need to delete. Holy... Okay, it's this one. Okay, cool. If it rains, I ain't gonna finish until IRL race. But if it's not gonna finish until IRL race anyways, guys. Y'all have to remember that. Punish Cobb K for messing it all up. Monsoon season. I like that take. I like that take. If it rains, none of us are gonna finish. We're all gonna miss the start of the race, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'll just pull it up on my side view. I'm not racing right now, so I'm cool. It doesn't affect me. I am... Hoe many laps? Yeah, my hoe does many laps. 28 laps. 28 full Grand Prix laps. I don't think it's right that Cobb is putting it on sunny. Leave it on dynamic. I want it to be full rain, full wet. It's gonna be more fun that way. Race was sunny, why not keep it like it in the first place? I'm not saying it's unfair. I'm not saying it's good. But I'm saying it's the correct thing to do due to the rules being set to dynamic. I doubt it's going to be anything but sunny, to be fair, but Texas is not... should be wets to dry to wets to dry. What is this, the Ironman League? Texas is not one place to get a lot of rain, so even if it does rain, I doubt it's gonna affect many people. A lot of people are still using pretty high downforce, and actually I think people lower the downforce for rain. What is going on with my racing games? MRK, I don't know if you can hear me, but I have the qualifying. And I'm connected in the race as well, so I will be able to get the race. Ooh, that feels good. I sent him quality in chat. Cool. Even better. We need to do one thing. All right, we're starting up, guys. Remember, everyone, put on your setups, put in your fuel, get back on your tires. Use the same setup as you were on previously. You may not change your setup. I'm pretty sure that is a rule. If we do restart, you have to use the same setup as you were previously, as Park Farm A was on. So, put on your same setup, and let's have some fun, everybody. Can't wait. Don't do an iron boobs. And if you don't understand what that is, don't worry about it. Just put on your setup. It's gonna be a 4-minute break, 5-minute break. So we're going in about 3 or 4 minutes. Do not start up the lobby. If anyone in the lobby can hear me, do not start up the lobby until the host starts the lobby. Someone instant starts. Watch. Music off time. Actually, I'll leave it on for a little bit longer, but quiet. There will always be one that will forget to put their setup on, and then they're gonna blame it on me for not reminding them, or their own TP, or someone who has started the race too soon. It always happens. Always happens. So, restarted the lobby, and it looks like all the settings were correct this time, or else we would have had another restart, which would have been catastrophic. But we've got 28 laps ahead of us, about 40 minutes, 45 minutes of racing, and unless there is a safety car, which there wasn't a safety car in Tier 5, by the way, very, very surprising, Tier Money will deliver. I have faith in Tier Money. As someone who raced in it last season, we are underway. 3, 4, 5 red lights are out, and away we go. And C. Miller gets a great run out of the line again. MRK makes an even better run out of the line. We are 3 wide, MRK, and it looks like both RBs. MRK getting a better run out of this time, not getting smacked by another driver, and there looks to be side by side with the Williams of TTRE Fox and Ted going into the S's sections, and they did make it 2 wide through the first S's, and Ted is the driver behind. TTRE Fox was able to make that move stick, and it looks like further ahead, MXS Rosa is trying to make a move on Jay Lowry, the first of the two, or the second of the two Red Bull, or sorry, RB, Visa Cash App RB, and it looks like Jay Lowry's trying to make a move on his own teammate, just trying to get a different line into the corner, gets a good run out of the corner, but MXS Rosa also gets a good run out of the corner. Nobody looks to be making an absurd move down the inside. Never mind, this is Deathman. Ted and Deathman going side by side. Ted goes down the inside, and he does not make the move stick. Deathman really good under braking, makes the move, defends the move from Ted very well there, but this corner up here is notorious for getting dive bombs, and it doesn't look like anyone has been brave enough to put one down the inside, but Normbash is going down the inside of Cobb K, down at the outside. Cobb K getting a little loose on that outside line, and gets a little bit of a tap to TTRE Fox, and Fox is now off the track. That is 100% on Cobb K for not noticing he was there, but Fox is now down to P18, trying to fight Michigan Fan for P17, but he was not able to get the power down, and it looks like Deathman and Cobb are still going side by side. Deathman goes big, deep into the corner, and he gets the run out of the outside line, and Cobb gets the inside line very well. Deathman on the inside, they're still side by side, and Cobb relinquishes the position. Now Deathman up into P11, being the last 2 points paying positions in this season. We now have points up until 12th position. There is now a big gap forming between the top 4. C. Miller has not pulled away as he did last time out. Byrne is right on the back of him. Jordan is not too far behind, and MRK is putting on the pressure to Jordan. Jay Lowry has made the move on Meebinator, and he is now the lead RB. But further back, we have the Williams and the McLaren drivers going side by side. The Williams down the inside and pushes them a little bit onto the edge of the track. Still is fair because they did not go off track. Lethal Pete did a really good job there. But now MSS Rosa is going down the inside. Now that turns into the outside for MSS Rosa, and he stays on that outside. Did not try the switchback. Gets the better run out of the corner. Now holding the inside. Testarossa is going to have this move done. Yes, he does. And now Pete is behind. He tried the switchback, but he does not have the run out of the fast right-hander. And further up ahead, there is a smoke going on because Jordan is putting the pressure on Byrne. Byrne is losing out a little bit of time to C. Miller, and this is creating some chaos up in the front of the pack. MRK really close to Jordan and Burn Victim. Burn is losing time, as I said before. MS Testarossa is outside of a DRS, so he's going to be under a lot of pressure in this first sector to do very well. And this shows that his pace is still pretty good. That's fine. Music was playing. All Gucci. Nothing going on here in the first sector. People being pretty smart now that they have settled into their position. Looks like Labib trying to make something of a look to the inside, or maybe it's a defense from Mockmage, who is really close behind using the battery, and he's side by side with Labib already down the straight, and he's gonna have the move done well before the corner. Never mind, they're side by side, and Labib goes all the way around the outside, uses all the track that he can, and he makes the move stick while using the outside of Deathman, who's covering a little bit on that inside. And now Mage gets the move on the inside because he got a really good run with the switchback, but now Labib has the inside, and that's going to give him the worst run out of the corner, and Mockmage makes the move stick further up ahead. Deathman got a penalty for track limits and makes the move stick on Ted, as he is now the 12th driver, last person to get a point in this race. Normbesh still being in front of Cobb K at this point. Echo 1 just up the road outside of DRS from those two. He is putting pressure on MR Testarossa and Lethal Pete as well. Lethal Pete being nearly 3 seconds back from the top 6 drivers. And there is a lot of room still left to maneuver. We still got about 24 laps. 24 times 3 is going to be like 60 miles of racetrack to go, and they have a lot of time to make these moves. And it looks like C. Miller was not able to get out of the DRS from the pack. C. Miller is going to be under pressure here. Is he burning any DRS? No, he is not. But Burn Victim is. He's going to go down the inside, and he's actually taking the lead of the race. He has taken the lead of the race. Burn Victim is now in front of C. Miller, controlling the pace. Let's look at the tires, as everyone is on the mediums other than Pete, Deathman, Osmari, and Villeneuve. Pete and Deathman being the only ones in the points-paying positions right now to be on those tires. And it looks like MR Testarossa is losing a lot of time to the top 6. They are pulling away. That DRS is very powerful in this game. The slipstream is very powerful in this game. And they are doing a very good job. Just keep pulling away. All of these guys are pretty smart. They're knowing that the race is long. Not really making too many dumb moves on each other. Keeping it nice and clean. Further back, you see Mr. Cobb K trying to put some pressure on Normbash. Not able to make anything happen for the time being. And further back, we are just line racing for the last point paying position here in P12. Looks like Deathman has pulled away from DRS from Ted, so he's going to be under pressure from TTRE Fox now, and Mockmage. Mockmage really on the back of Ted here. He's going to try to make a move stick on the next straight, because he sees that Ted is struggling really slidey through that corner. That could have been a warning there as well for Ted. Down the inside goes Mockmage on the last corner until the big straight. Down the inside went Osmani as well on Labib, and it looks like Ted did not get DRS there. Mockmage did get DRS, and it looks like TTRE Fox is going to go down the inside as well. Is Labib going to make a move stick on Ted as well? No, Labib went super deep. Labib missed the corner. Oh my goodness. Labib just went straight on, and then Michigan fan just spun. Ghosting isn't supposed to be on, but I guess it is. That's another mistake from Cobb. Osmari gets the inside on Ted. Good move from Osmari there. Really good stuff racing from these guys. And unfortunately, Labib got into that situation there where he just went wide. Still is alive, so he did not DNF. And it looks like MR Testarossa is getting passed by Echo 1 here. Go one having a little bit of lag. Looks like he's skipping around. C. Miller gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting corners. So C. Miller was on 2 penalties, and that's going to hurt him a lot in this train. He's going to go all the way down to P6 here if it ends exactly as it is now in a DRS train. And this is going to be tight if nobody else gets a penalty. This is going to be a fun one, and it's going to be a lot to watch out for here in the next coming laps. Let me make sure I'm still connected and I'm still getting the data needed for this session. Yes, we are. Really, really good stuff from this top 6. Meebinator having fallen away from the top 6 just a little bit. Mr. Lethal Pete being a second off, and a safety car is out. A full course safety car is out on track, and there goes my prediction of no safety cars in... sorry, actually, I predicted a total of 5 safety cars throughout all the tiers. So this is still okay as long as we don't get 4 more in this tier. Lap 6, the first safety car of the season in tier 4. Tier Money always providing a safety car. What it was for, I do not know. Looks like I see everyone has their wings intact. I don't think anyone doesn't have their wings intact. Looks like C. Miller, Burn Victim, and Jordan is... They're all coming into the pits. Looks like Meebinator is also coming into the pits. Osmari gets a drive-through penalty. Unfortunate for him. That's going to be one that he's going to have to watch out for next time around. Mr. Lethal Pete on the hard tires keeps going, stays out. Good strategy from him. MR Testarossa is also staying out. C. Miller, Bjorn, and everybody else who is pitted. So 3 people have stayed out. Pete, Testarossa, and Deathman. And everybody else is pitting to the hard tires. No surprise here. My nemesis. Yes, 5 safety cars throughout all tiers. That is my prediction. COTA is not a very safety car prone track, from what I remember. And I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Your nemesis... I'm guessing that's Osmari saying that. Your nemesis, the drive-thru. Deltas. Alright. Well, we have one safety car down. 3 people in the lead of the race on soft. No! Lethal Pete has spun it! Lethal Pete has spun it under safety car! No! Lethal Pete! Lethal Pete rejoins in P10. What? Sorry to get you confused, Cap Juice. That's crazy. Lethal Pete is now in P10 from the lead of the race. That's putting MR Testarossa in the lead now. And that's going to be a tight battle between MR Testarossa and Deathman. Good stuff from him. Cad, I'd have drafted you. That's wild. Lethal Pete, nah, 100%. Pete is lethal in everywhere he goes. As we can see here, he nearly takes somebody else out while taking himself out in under safety car. So it's gonna be fun. Is this a Canadian racing league? No, it is not. We are the #1 American, North American racing league. Technically, North America does include the Canadian side of things, and MR Testarossa comes into the pits. I don't understand what that is. We had 12. I found that the league was starting before the draft. L, that sucks. Maybe I can be competitive. North America, yeah. That is true. You can reserve. I'm pretty sure the safety car will be in this lap, as it has already done 2 full laps. USA, USA, USA. You do good. Probably tier 5, maybe. We got 2 people at the front of the race with time penalties. One of them being on 7-lap old tires. One of them being on fresh rubber. Both of them having 3-second time penalties. Osmari having a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. And this is going to be a very, very interesting safety car restart. Is Deathman going to get overtaken instantly? I believe so. Is Byrne going to be able to hang on with C. Miller on the new tires? Are these tires going to make it to the end? They got 20 laps to do. That is a lot of laps. That is 4 or 5, maybe even 6 extra laps that you would be doing on the medium tires that they no longer get to do. We've got 2 people currently on medium tires, that being Villeneuve and Osmari. Bouncy, you're right. Deathman cheesed this lead for I don't know how. Tires can do the whole race. I agree, but I also don't know how much tire wear they're going to have, because it is going to be a lot of tire wear. Safety car is in this lap, and we are going to be led by Deathman. C. Miller is staying very put behind MRK, the teammate of C. Miller, not too far behind them as well, having a very, very good start, staying in 6th position. Yes, he did, Bouncy. He did start on the hard tires. Another win today. We are cooking. Let's see what he does. Let's see. We are going to have Deathman lead us under the safety car restart, and he's going to get underway very shortly. And it looks like he is already gone. Yes, it is. He's already going, and there's a little bit of chaos behind. C. Miller did not get the greatest of runs, but Burn Victim did get a little bit of a better run. Looked like it. He has backed out of the corner, so he's not going to be making any moves stick. Looks like TTRE Fox was going to look down the inside of Cobb K, thought against it. Now he's going to look to the inside, doing a quick switchback as Cobb went a little wide into that corner, but it looks like everyone has stayed put through this first sector of racetrack. Echo 1 getting another time, or getting a time penalty for corner cutting. And we are having the top 10 doing a really good job to just keep it together. C. Miller has already been passed by Deathman, and it looks like Byrne is getting passed by Jordan here down the outside. Look, he was going for it. He used a little bit of battery. Burn Victim, though, stays ahead for the time being, and he's going to cover off that inside. Down the outside goes Jay Lowry, though, and he's going to try to make that move stick around the outside. He does make it stick. Really good from him, but Burn Victim had a spin out of that corner, and that's going to put Deathman on the back of C. Miller now, and C. Miller is going to be able to run away with this. He's outside of DRS, and Jay Lowry's being held up by the slower compound tires. So this is going to be very, very good for C. Miller's race. He's going to be pushing away and away as much as he can, just like he was doing before the restart. Before the lobby restart, as we have Normbash going a little wide. Cobb trying to make a move stick, did not make any overlap, but this one he will. DRS is enabled, and it looks like Normbash holding the inside line very, very steadily. These guys are holding, I wouldn't say holding each other up, because Jay Lowry is still not able to pass Deathman, and this race is now a race for P2, because C. Miller has ran away with it. Deathman doing a really good job to protect the P2 spot for the time being, and this is going to cause the pack to back up, and everyone's going to be tighter than before. Jordan going a little wide over that curb. MRK just looking behind, having made up one position, and he's going to be looking to make more positions up. Now that DRS is enabled, Jay Lowry is going to have DRS coming up to the straight, and I don't think Deathman's going to have much of a defense here. Jay Lowry is going to go down the inside for the left-hander, and he's going to be fully ahead by the time we get past, and Jordan is fully ahead as well, but Deathman made a good move to stay on the outside. You can see him there on the right, controlling the turn-in point for Jordan. He does a really good job to keep it, but Jordan doesn't. Jordan spins, half spins out of the corner, and he's going to lose 3 positions due to that. And now he's down to P6. MRK got passed by Echo 1, and he was down to P6, but then Jordan replaced him in that position. We've got a ghosted car of Jay Lowry in front. I don't know what's going on here with Jay Low. He might be ghosted. He might be an AI here. He is an AI, and he is ghosted. This is not supposed to be happening. The AI getting bullied away from the racing line, and Jay Lowry has lost a bunch of positions now. Echo 1 now on the back of Deathman. Oh, that's interesting. Echo 1 giving a little bit of a tap and unsettling himself on Deathman here. I think there is a little bit of lag going on, and it looks like Mr. Lethal Pete has spun it again at the first turn, and it looks like Echo 1 has gone really wide. What's going on here? MRK is in P3. Deathman is still holding P2. What is going on? MRK is cooking. Okay, now MRK is in the prime position to get P2 here. Echo 1 is right on the back of him, and he's going to try to make this position stick. Is he going to be able to with the DRS and the slipstream? You can see MRK trying to get the slipstream from Deathman. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, he does. Is Echo 1 going to get the move done on Deathman? He looked for it, but it does not look like it. Yes, it does look like it. He made a great move. What is going on here? I'm having lag, and I don't know what's going on. Why take them out when I could take out their internet? Says Bouncy is crazy. C. Miller is 7 seconds up the road. Tier 5 and Tier 4 has been dominated by one driver. Now, the driver has changed. Previously, it was Valachi Ant, and now it is C. Miller. And C. Miller's teammate and team principal is currently in P2, getting very pressured by Echo 1. Deathman with the spin is crazy, yeah. Oh, man. Down the inside goes Meebinator. Meebinator closes that rear wing, gets the move done before the corner. Cobb K having to lift out of his incoming speed. And this is a fight for P4. The fight for the podium is kind of gone. The fight for the best of the rest is still ongoing, though. Cobb K is cooking. Echo 1 is out! Echo 1 has spun it, and that's safety car number 2! Echo 1 has spun it in the fast S section, and that's going to be safety car number 2 for tier money. What a exciting time for tier money here. No flippin' way. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what these guys are gonna do. I'm interested. What do these guys do? Do they hop on a new set of mediums for 16 laps? That's gonna feel like absolute crap. Or do they stay on the same set of hards? I think they go and risk it on mediums. Honestly. That is really unfortunate for the Alpine team principal, who's currently in P8, had a really good first tier of the day in Tier 5, and now his top driver in this tier, who was fighting for P3 and P2, is now out. High risk, possibly no reward. True that. All risk, no reward. Y'all are crazy. What is everyone gonna do? Is anyone coming into the pits? MRK comes into the pits. And it looks like Meebinator does as well. Jordan stays out. Cobb stays out. A couple of people are staying out. We've got a couple of people coming into the pits, though. It's gonna be MRK. The Mercedes comes into the pits as well. MRK, Meebinator, Ted, Labib, Lethal Pete comes into the pits as well. Deathman comes into the pits. Meebinator comes into the pits. And everybody else is back in contention for a top 10 finish, because everyone in the top 10 did not pit. Everyone else went onto the medium tires to the end of the race. Racing 30, yes. And we're not even halfway. Thanks for reminding me, guys. I'm gonna go blow my nose again because I can't smell. Looks like everyone's catching back up to the safety car. But will G. Larry get back in the lobby before the end of the SC? If anyone invites him, maybe. Is he back in the lobby? Probably not. Let me invite him. Just in case. Alright. So, it looks like someone else had pit. It was Villeneuve. So now everyone in P10 and back have gone on to new medium tires. Everyone P9 and forward has gone on to the hard tires, or sorry, has elected to stay on the hard tires for the rest of the Grand Prix or until another safety car comes out. But if no safety car comes out, they will be going to the end. Looks like the rundown is going to be C. Miller in P1 with a 3-second time penalty. I will pull that up so y'all can see. Jordan with P2 right now, no penalties. Cobb K in P3 with no penalties. TTRE Fox in P4 with 3 seconds of penalties. Norm Bash in P5, Mock Mage in P6, Testarossa in P7, Burn Victim in P8, Jay Lowry back in the lobby, finally, in P9, MRK in P10 after taking the alternate strategy. Same with Meebinator, so they're going to be trying to make their way through the field through these next 10 to 14 laps. Deathman in P12, last points paying position. He has a 3-second time penalty. Behind him is going to be Ted with a 6-second penalty. Behind them is going to be the other McLaren of Labib with no penalties. Same with Lethal Pete with no penalties behind him. Osmari in P16 with the 3-second time penalty. And Villeneuve rounding out our grid for this restart. C. Miller is going to be under the safety car speed limit. They are going to be restarting us. Deathman podium incoming. We could see it. Maybe. Russell is starting from the pit lane. Interesting. I'm very curious, and I cannot wait to see all of the details on the actual race. But first, I have to get through this virtual race first, with C. Miller leading us underway for the safety car restart. Behind him is going to be Jordan and then Cobb K. And it looks like C. Miller is going to be restarting us very shortly. I'm going to be riding on board with Jordan just in case. And he has already started. And that is a good getaway from Cobb K, not from Jordan. Jordan got a little bit caught napping there. And he has built a decently big gap to C. Miller in front, and that means he's going to be able to pull away in this first sector with some nice clean air. Dive bomb from MRK on Jay Lowry, it looks like. Yes, it is. That's going to be Meebinator going around the outside of Jay Lowry as well. And Jay Lowry has retired from the session on track. That is not what you want to see, not what you want to be doing. It is probably going to be a slam dunk penalty for him for leaving the session while in the session. I'm pretty sure it was a glitch that he couldn't take control of his car, but that is still retiring on track. And this is going to be the fight. Labib and Mr. Lethal Pete going down the inside. Pete holds the inside, but Labib holds the outside, gives him the space, gets the run out of the corner. Mr. Lethal Pete just gets a better run. Yeah, that's definitely the glitch. I don't think it was a DC. It wouldn't if you disconnect, it won't retire you. If you quit to main menu, it does retire you. Which is a glitch, but that is a known glitch at this point. That's been in the game for, I want to say, like, well, that's been in the F1 games for a while. As we got Mr. Lethal Pete try to make a move on Ted, got spun in that corner. Not what you want to see from Mr. Lethal Pete. Further up ahead, side by side with Mock Mage and Meebinator. Mock Mage being pulled out of the corner, and it looks like Deathman trying to make a move on Meebinator was not able to do so. Now getting pressured by Mock Mage again.
Ted being real close to this fight, and you can see here Mockmage going down the inside further up the road. Oh no, Mockmage gets into Meebinator, and that's unfortunate. And there's some more contact with everybody here. What is going on? Nearly 4 wide up ahead. This is not what you want to do, guys. Little bit of wheel banging for the Haas and the Visa Cash App RB, and they're still side by side through here, guys. This is not where you want to be side by side. Ted having to avoid an incident there, trying to make the move. What is going on? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. That is gonna be to the stewards. That entire sequence of corners was not smart from any of those drivers. But what is smart from these drivers is C. Miller is just pulling away. He does have a 3-second, but that is only going to relegate him down to P3 at this point after Cobb. And I Am Jordan is still on the back end of all of C. Miller. So he's going to be getting that win off of penalties. Echo 1 has left the session as he is no longer needed in this as he retired. Wii bowling. Yeah. That's going to the end. That's going to the storage room, and I don't expect anything but Wii bowling. That's just, I think it's gonna be a slam dunk penalty. He really hit a.
Oh dang it!
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for that one. There you go. That's funny. Further down the field, we're gonna have MRK on the back of MS Testarossa. Got a little tap there, and you see he broke his front wing. That is not cool. And there is another Lego break sound. I forgot I had my soundboard, so now I'm going to do that every time I see some damage. Norm Bash getting a 3-second time penalty. That is going to be nice and unfortunate. That's going to lose him a couple of positions. Previously was going to gain him a position, but no longer. There's a really big gap between P4 and P5. Well, P3 and P4 as well. Very interesting. No moves looking to be made down the straight. Further up ahead, we got, looks like MRK going down the inside of MR Testarossa. That move was done. And Mr. Lethal Pete going down the inside on Burn. And he does make the move stick. Didn't look like there was too much contact. Decently clean overtake for the Williams driver, and already trying to make the move stick on Normbash as well around the outside, and Normbash gets a little bit boxed in. Pete gets the better run at the exit of the corner, being on the outside line, and that moves him up 2 positions in one sector. Really good run from Mr. Lethal Pete here. And now next on his board is going to be MR Testarossa. Testarossa is going to be really looking for it. Down the inside goes Deathman on Burn Victim now. Burn Victim looks to have slowed down a considerable amount. Does he have any damage? It does not look like it, but now down the inside, sorry, the outside goes Meebinator on Deathman. Deathman trying to use the space on the inside of Burn Victim to defend against them, and it looks like it's working, but Meebinator is still there at the apex of the corner. They're going to go side by side, and Meebinator pulls out of the corner. Very smart from him to do, and Deathman is straight ahead now. Mockmage has pulled it into the pits and called it quits, and Burn Victim having another spin at the exit of turn 9. That's not going to be a fortunate one for him. That's going to move him down to P12, last points paying positions, and soon enough there will be more on his bumper, and there's going to be more action to call. Cobb K getting passed by TTRE Fox. They are 3 seconds from the top 2 guys. C. Miller has pulled away as much as he could in this session, and further back we got Cobb K trying to stick with TTRE Fox. Let's see what the tires look like at this point. MRK being on medium tires, same with Lethal P. They're on very good sets of tires. That explains why he made two really good moves really quickly. He has the tire advantage by a couple of laps. These hard tires are good, but they are not grippy. They don't give that instant grip like those mediums. This is leveling out now. 9 laps to go. Now that we are halfway through this last stint. and everybody is settled into where their position is going to be. MRK is 2.5 seconds back from the P3 position, and he'll be trying to catch back up to these guys so he can have a chance at that excuse me, guys. Have a chance at that podium spot. Ew. Stay hydrated. K looks to be struggling through here. Got a better exit out of the corner than TTRE Fox, but he's still losing time to MRK. MRK is now down to 2 seconds, so he's pushing. But look at Mr. Lethal Pete. He's used all of his battery to get in front of MRK, and he's made it stick. He's made a really good move further down the field. MR Testarossa is being passed by Meebinator, and now Meebinator's on the back of Normbash, trying to make a move stick. Now MR Testarossa is getting passed by Deathman as well, who is also on the medium tires. So as you can see here, these hards are not doing the grip right now. Meebinator getting a little wiggle out of that corner behind the rear end of Normbash, who is on the hard tires, so they will be getting passed. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. At this point, you see Deathman going a little wide at that second to last corner.
Oh, dang it.
There you go. Jordan can win this. I believe it. I mean, he is going to win this. If he stays within 3 seconds, he's winning this. Like, that is a fact right now. Can we agree on that? Like, he's got 3 seconds of penalties. As long as Jordan doesn't make a mistake and go off. Oh, Fox has gone off. Fox had a huge snap of oversteer there, and his teammate even gets past. And Mr. Lethal Pete has gone past Fox, and now Pete is a second back from Cobb K. He's no, no, Jordan. Why did I have to say anything? Why did I have to say anything? Nah. This is not it. Jordan got a 3-second time penalty, and it looks like the further back we go, it's going to be TTRE Fox getting passed by MRK. You hate to see it.
Oh, dang it.
You hate to see that. That's not ideal. Further back, we've got a pretty good train for P5. Burn Victim looks to be disconnected out of the session. That's not going to be the ideal thing for him. But Jordan is now a second off of C. Miller, and Miller is trying to push as hard as possible to get him out of DRS. He has kind of succeeded. Jordan has no battery. C. Miller has about 20%. So if Jordan can stay with him for another DRS trade, he might be able to do it. Murder works pretty well, I've heard. That's fair. That is fair, Bouncy. Murder does work pretty well, but you can't murder a 6-second gap from Cobb to Mr. Lethal to Jordan. That's something you can't do. And as you can see here, Jordan is not doing the job good enough. He's going wide every corner, and he's even lost 0.3 of a second there to C. Miller. So C. Miller is just driving amazingly. And that is going to be basically the race over for Jordan, unless he can catch up those 3 seconds, or 3/10 with the ERS deficit that he has. We'll see in a couple of laps, but further back down the field, it's going to be Mr. Lethal Pete coming on the back of Cobb K, and it's going to be down the inside for Mr. Lethal Pete, and he gets the move done before the corner. Cobb K trying to do a switchback, does not get the run out of the corner that he needed, and he will continue to get Mr. Lethal Pete under pressure. As you can see here, MRK doing a really good job with front wing damage to be in this fight for P3. Yeah, everyone telling me pause in chat. Yep. I said it first. Don't even try it. And let's see the penalties again real quick. No, that's fastest lap. This is penalties. As you can see, we got 4 out of the top 6 drivers with penalties right now. Mr. Lethal Pete being one of them, Mr. Cobb K being one of them, but that is not going to move them up or down positions for the time being. Further back they will, moved on positions. MRK and TTRE Fox having 3-second time penalties. Same with Normbash a little bit further back. So they're going to drop back behind Meebinator if Meebinator can keep a very clean line through the last 2 parts. C. Miller is off! No! C. Miller! C. Miller! No, 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 no! He's off and he's done! And he's back behind his TP, and he's actually going to lose the position to the RB as well. Can he hold the position in P5? No, he's lost it to the Memenator as well. Why do I have to speak? Why do I have to speak? This is the second time. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Jordan has been gifted this win. Jordan, please do not mess this up. I am begging you for your return. Do not mess this up. Please. I'm begging. Cobb got a penalty. That doesn't really matter, but he still got a penalty, and Cobb is out. He had a huge spin. That's an incident. I saw that happen firsthand. That's going to be an incident in the storage room. Let's see what happens with that one. Now Cobb is all the way down to 13th. He's not having a good race anymore. Oh my goodness gracious. That was murder. That was straight murder, I think. It's all falling apart. This is not what you want to see, but Normbash is has gotten passed by MSS Rosa, so that's a good sign for the McLaren boys. It's not a good sign as Labib is in 15th, 50 seconds back from the field. That's not the greatest of signs. But further up ahead, we got C. Miller still trying to fight back for the positions that he has lost. TTRE Fox straight ahead of him. Meebinator straight ahead of... Sorry. Yeah, Meebinator straight ahead of both of them. The race is not over. That is correct. Oh, man. I need to stop talking about people. MRK gets past Mr. Lethal Pete for P2. MRK having front wing damage and a 3-second time penalty. Not gonna lie, the hard tires do get iffy after 10 to 12 laps. Yep, they do. Pete trying to send it down the inside was not able to make the move stick. Got a worse exit out of the corner because he held a tighter line. But you can see further back, everybody is just trying to keep it steady. TTRE Fox getting... Oh no! C. Miller again! Now in an incident with TTRE Fox, and that's going to be in the storage room as well. That's 2 laps in a row. We've had people crash in the fast double right-hander. Not good for these drivers. And now the switch up of the lifetime. That's Rosa's in the top 5. And you see further back, Deathman had a huge snap of oversteer. Mr. Lethal Pete and MRK going side by side up into turn 1. Mr. Lethal Pete getting the outside. MRK getting the inside for the corner. And MRK holds the position. And now MRK with front wing damage is leading Mr. Lethal Pete from the pack of Meebinator and MSS Rosa. So I think Testarossa has a good chance at a podium here if he can get back up there, because he is going to gain a position from MRK. Let's see the interval. Yeah, just barely. Ted getting another penalty. Meeb P4, yeah, Meebinator is doing really good too. Meebinator P4. Normbash P6 with a 3-second time penalty, only going to lose out to Villeneuve. Everybody else behind him has at least a 3-second time penalty, a 9-second for Deathman, and a 12-second for Ted. And down the inside goes Lethal Pete again. That's going to give him P2 in this race. 4 laps to go, 3 after they cross the checkered, 3 after they cross the line, 2 checkered. Man. This is crazy, guys. This is going nuts. This is what we expected from Tier 4. Absolute chaos. 2 safety cars in the same race. And the actual real-life race starts in 9 minutes. So can we please finish this up beforehand so I don't miss the race start? And we got to move down here. TTRE Fox and Deathman going side by side. Deathman holding the inside line very well. Now Osmari trying to hold the inside line on TTRE Fox. TTRE Fox got a good run out of the corner, but does not have DRS. So he's using a lot of ERS to defend this position from Azamari. All of these guys have penalties, especially Deathman, so he's going to be losing out all the positions that he has on track. There's 14 drivers left. Remembering everyone from P1 to P12 gets points in this race. Still the top 3 get the same points allocations. 25, 18, and 15, I'm pretty sure. You may have to correct me on that. But MRK doing a really good job to hold on to P2 here. He's going to have DRS down this next straight. Meebinator having lost a little bit of time to the cars ahead, and MR Testarossa is right on the back, and he's using the battery, and he's going to go down the inside on Meebinator, and he does make a really nice move, is ahead by the apex, and Meebinator looks to have some wing damage here, and Villeneuve has gotten past Normbash, trading positions. I don't think they fought each other too hard, and now MR Testarossa is going to be on the push to get into the 3-second time, or stay in this 3-second time penalty of MRK, so he can get that final podium position for this opening round in tier 4. Awesome racing we've had, awesome incidents we've had, and just chaos. This is what we love to see. This is what we are here for in tier 4, baby. Really good laps from these guys. The top 6 being spread out. Well, sorry, let me avoid Jordan for a minute. P2 to P8 are within the same 5-second window, which is really cool. That's really nice to see. And they're doing really good. And then we've got a secondary battle for P9, the last little bit of point paying positions. Ted being the last one on the grid, which he's actually going to lose that because of his penalties. Deathman should not lose his position, but we will have to see at the end of the race where he is compared to the guys behind him. Jordan is 7 seconds ahead with a 3-second time penalty. If Mr. Lethal Pete wants to get this win, he needs to gain 2 seconds in the next 2 laps, which is pretty unfeasible. But what is feasible is to keep MRK behind for the P2 position. And MRK is still going to be losing out a couple of positions due to his penalty. Mr. Testarossa is going to inherit P3 at this rate, and Meebinator is going to might inherit P4. Depends on where we finish again. Meebinator having a little bit of front wing damage. You can see it there on his right end plate, not there. Tires. Gladly. There you go. We've got MR Testarossa now at 18 laps of tire wear, and it does make sense that he is faster than the medium tires at this point, because the medium tires are not the greatest once they've hit the 12-13 lap mark. MRK is starting to pull away slightly because of Lethal Pete. Lethal Pete is pulling a little bit ahead, so MRK might hold on to this. MRK needs to hold on to this 3/10 gap, or he needs to gain another 3/10 to be able to get out of the DRS, or sorry, the penalty window. He is not doing enough, but with the DRS, is he going to have enough time? Is he going to have enough tires? He's got 1.5 more laps to go, and we will figure that out very shortly. Jordan doing a really good job just to handle his pace. He still has another 3 seconds to the cars behind, and we've got a move here for P6 on Meebinator. Villeneuve getting a good dive bomb on Meebinator, but Meebinator doing a switchback. Now Villeneuve having the inside of this corner. He's going to be having a good exit out of the corner. Has to leave room on the inside, and Meebinator is on that inside. And now he does keep the position once more. Villeneuve having to relinquish that position. Now Jordan coming across the final corner to start the final lap of the race. White flag is showing, and we will have 1 more lap to decide who is in P3. And MRK is going to be trying his damn hardest to get as far forward on this on the pavement as possible. MR Testarossa is pulled away from the pack a little bit, and he's going to be trying to hold on in that 3-second time window. He has to gain 2/10, so MRK did a really good job that last lap to pull away. In one lap's time, he's pulled away nearly 5/10 of a second, but can he hold it? Can MRK hold the 3-second time? He does not. He's under it now. He is under it, and Meebinator is actually out of DRS as well. Does he get DRS for this next straight? I think he just barely does. Yes, he does. Okay. But the important part is going to be MRK and Testarossa. Is MRK going to have the speed? Is MRK going to have the time? Further back, you see Burn Victim having another half spin. That's going to be unfortunate for him, but MRK does get in front of Lethal Pete. Lethal Pete does not... I don't think he understands why he did that. But now MRK is going to be in P2 on track. He's going to have to stay ahead of Mr. Lethal Pete. Not get tapped. Oh, Lethal Pete. That was scary. Lethal Pete gave him a little bit of a tap there. MR Testarossa is not gaining enough time, but that does not matter when it's Jordan's time. His season back after taking a break, and he takes the checkered flag first to win Tier 4. MRK comes across the line P2. He's going to lose that to Mr. Lethal Pete, but that doesn't matter because Lethal Pete takes second, MRK third, and then MR Testarossa P4, Villeneuve P5. Really good job from Villeneuve there. Meebinator P6, Normbash P7, Osmari, and then Burn Victim, and then the other Williams of TTRE Fox, Deathman, and Ted with C. Miller coming across the line last on track of the pack. And further back, we have Labib, who was struggling all race. C. Miller having recovered back to 11th position after Deathman's penalty. Wow, wow, wow. That is insane. That is crazy. And as we already know, the race is starting. So I'm going to pull up my race. Come on, guys. You had to know, right? All right, let's go ahead and show the finishing order one more time with the fastest lap, and we will get out of here so we can watch the race because it's starting. Villeneuve, driver of the day. I completely agree. He did a really good job. Really, really nice job from Villeneuve. But Jordan takes the win of the race. Congratulations to the Mercedes driver, to the Mercedes team, getting a win in the first round in Tier 4. Very, very competitive tier. And we'll see next week whenever we have more competition for that first spot. MRK doing a really good job to be in P3 here. Mr. Lethal Pete, very, very surprising he's in P2 here. I'm going to give it up to him because he's doing pretty decent. I'm gonna say that. Stream. Yeah. There you go. And this is the finishing order. One more time. Fastest lap goes to Burn Victim with a 35.4. And P15 and back DNF'd. So we had a pretty nice lobby here of a bunch of great drivers. And we're going to see a lot more next season. Next week. Not next season. Next week is going to be at... Let's check. It's Mexico. As you can see here. Mexico is going to be at the regular time, 2:15 for Tier 4. And that's all I got, guys. I want to go watch my stream. My F1 stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do this. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name has been DMasterOG, and you might not see me next week, but you might see somebody else. Tune in. Tiered money. Absolute chaos. 2 safety cars. 4 changes of the lead. See y'all next week. Thank you guys.